Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. Going to take a look at my Canon 310 XL, and as I mentioned in a previous video, the focus has went out. Okay, but the macro is still doing fine. Okay, this is a common issue with age with Canon lens, so let's take a look and see what we can do. All right, and as I mentioned before, when you get to this, if this type of situation happens to you and you put the macro down, don't press the macro any further. Leave it alone, because if you try to, in hopes to push the macro down to get it to focus, it's not going to do it. It will at times crack what's going on inside, any of the mechanisms. So just leave that alone and don't touch it, okay? So we got some screws to go around here, micro mini. We're going to pull those out. And these are tiny, just to let you know. All right. Okay, there you go. All right, I'm going to put this down. Okay, next I'm using my choice of white cotton glove. You can use latex. This is so that the body oils from your fingers and your hands will not damage the glass element. All right, we got some Phillips screws here. I'll come back to this flat-headed end of my thumb in just a bit. You'll notice I'm checking at the end of my screwdriver, as it's magnetic, that I don't have a screw on there. You don't want to lose any screws. Okay, so I've got those off. Now I have this flathead at the end of my pencil eraser. And thankfully it's coming off smoothly. Oops. was fortunate there. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to see if anything's cracked in here or what. Take an angle from this way so we can all see. Okay, it's really dirty. I'll lay this down. Hopefully nothing falls out. Okay, so I'm good here. That's good news. Nothing in there. So I'm going to put that there, right? My concern is inside of here. Okay. So, pardon me as I pry around in here. Okay. Got some rust deterioration of some spring. I'll have to go deeper. So you're probably wondering, Paul, as much as you carry on in your videos about getting a CLA before you film with a camera, why did you not do it this time? Because I saved this for this very prime reason. I want you to see what happens when you don't get a CLA before you film. Okay? This is what happens right here. Okay? You need to get that CLA. Alright, there's your macro. When you don't, this is the issue. This is what happens. And with these Canons, you have these metal bars that you can probably see right here, and they help rotate the lens. Okay? Here's another one right here. So when you focus, brings it up and down. That's for the macro. Around over here, take a good look. Get a spring, it's got some rust on it. Okay. I've got some dirt inside of here that needs to be cleaned. But the big issue, and I'll bring it up, is this part all the way around here. Okay, this part that holds this glass element. If it breaks or gets cracked, you're screwed. Okay? So that's what I got to go in there and check. All right. Hold on. I'm at an angle here. You know, spring here I don't want to pop out. Okay, put that there. Okay, see the spring? See these metal bars right here? Actually, the spring looks good. It's just dirty. Again, the macro. Okay. Here we are for right now. So far it just looks like it's really dirty and it has some surface rust. Okay. Again, when you first get a camera, that's why it needs a CLA, a Clean Lube and Adjustment, before you film. Any old lubricants that have dried up. Okay. There's the operation. So it looks like that's it. All right. Okay. Let's see how well it goes from there. All right. Okay, next we got to raise up this inner macro. Now sometimes it'll just come up and sometimes it won't, like I've been showing you. So let's see here, do it slowly. All right, sometimes it won't and you have to kind of hold your fingers on it and work it back and forth so everything won't fall down in the side. I'm not kidding. So be very careful with what you're doing. Okay, see how those bars fall off? See down in there? And it's dirty. Okay? That's CLA. Okay? Now here's what I'm talking about. Here's the culprit. Okay. Yeah, that rolled off. I got that bar. It's over there. This piece right here will rust, corrode, and crack. Okay? It encases this glass element. And if it breaks, you've got a problem. And this is the part that generally breaks right here. Okay? So that's the issue. Here, fortunately, so far, it just looks like I just need to clean it up. Okay? All right. Again, that's why you get a CLA before you film. Yeah, we're locked in there. All right. Get that in just a bit. More fun to come. All right. Another part. Same thing. All encased in plastic. holding this glass element. This breaks, you got a problem. You see how delicate this part is right here? It's just melted. The glass is just heated, melted basically inside this piece of plastic. Well, I would suggest to anyone, you have a camera like this, you're going to take out the parts, you can have these made yourself some way, you can do it. Take a look inside of here. There's what you have. All right. So, more rust. Everything needs to be cleaned. Okay, so next I got to get this cover off. All right, and how do I do that? You look around, you try to find some screws, but you won't find too many. Okay, there's like 2 screws here. Okay, but what about the rest, and how do you get to them? Well, if you've frequented my channel before, you'd know. But if you haven't, one method you can use, you got 2. You can take a screwdriver, and the screws are up under this attractive leatherette, and you can punch around here until you find, like, oh, here's an indentation right there. Okay, so you can probably think there's a screw under there. Take an X-Acto knife and you can cut a circle around in there, okay, without destroying this leatherette, and unscrew the screw. Okay, but most of the time what you have to do is use the hair dryer method, and you have to heat this leatherette off is what you have to do. Okay, and by the way, guys, when you do use the hair dryer method, make sure that you blow it away from your parts right here, or you'll never see them again. Okay, now you want to use something like a guitar pick or watch tool. Start picking this stuff away. Okay. Start it with a flathead screwdriver. Get the corner of it. Do your best not to tear it, but you probably will. You can find this stuff online. This leatherette. I keep some in stock myself. And there you have a screw. Right there. Okay? And then you just keep going. Okay, so I pulled the screw back right here. Removed it. Next, I've got one here and here. So I just need to start an area. Do it this way and you don't have to damage, hopefully, all the original leatherette, but generally you're going to get it damaged. Replace it. I want to glue as much of it, I'll put it to you that way. And to do this That's why it's hot. Another screw. One here. Another screw. Okay. So we're going to take those out. The next piece you'll have to move up is this right here. Piece of aluminum. Right? Remove a screw. When you're doing this, you get to this point, the battery check, little red light, will probably start falling out or something like that. So just watch out and be careful. Don't lose your parts inside of there. Okay? Probably want to extend your handle. And let me close this one more time. I did remove this screw right here. Okay, the end of my pencil eraser. Alright, so pull that up, turn it around, look at your battery check, a little red flag in there, a little red light cover, the mechanism for your counter timer right here. Make sure anything doesn't fly out, anything up in here, any ports. And just pull this up, okay? Just like that. Wow, look at there. See? Let's turn this around. A lot of rust, huh? This is why you first get a CLA before you start filming. Look at all that. Right here is that battery check thing. I'll just take that and put it out of the way somewhere. Quite frankly, I'm amazed it even worked. But it did, and I'm glad I saved this. So you could see corrosion, rust, the gears need to be re-lubed. Okay. And I've got some corrosion on the lens right in here. So I'm going to have quite a bit of work on this side and on the other side as well. Okay, all the way around the camera. Okay, so you've got some corrosion down here as well. Okay, but amazingly it still works. Give it a brush up and keep moving on, alright? So everyone, let this be a lesson to you. When you first get a camera in, any type of movie camera, make sure you get first a CLA, Clean Lube and Adjustment, where it could actually look like this inside, which it probably does. Corrosion, fungus, rust, you know, old bugs, stuff like that. Quite frankly, from looking at this, I'm amazed it even worked. Okay? So I'm just going to clean it up inside and keep on going. Alright? You can see how the cheap type of lens mechanism that these Canons have, like this, and that's just the way they are. And it always goes where they have lighter parts, making a lighter camera. Okay? Do contact me at the social media outlets provided on the screen, and remember, as always, do subscribe. Until next time, see ya!